Michael Maffioli,
Okay. Highest rank achieved.
Staff Sergeant, E6.
Okay. And finally, what wars or conflicts were you a part of?
I was in the Iraq War, the Desert Storm, Desert Shield. It was in the 90s.
Okay.
And after that, I left the military.
Okay. There on out, what was the daily life in basic training like?
Early.
Yeah.
4:30, 5 o'clock wake up. You had about 3 seconds to shave, shower, and whatever. And then you go out into your formation and you get marched around the field a couple of times. But this was in January. And the head instructor, NCOIC, came out there with nothing on but his, what do they call this shirt at that time?
BDUs?
No, it was in the greens. The old.
Oh, the fatigues.
Yeah.
Okay.
He came out there with no field jacket or nothing on. We're freezing our butts off out there. And he's marching around like it's not cold at all. We're freezing. So that was an eye-opening experience, too. I thought my words were, I'm going to die here. That's all there is to it. I'm going to die here.
Yeah.
And they marched us around to this old place, and we started running around. We got warmer, and after that, it was okay.
So do you remember what graduation was like when you graduated from basic training? How was that?
Very exciting.
Yeah.
A good feel. Very, very emotional.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah, because you've accomplished something. I guess to use the words overweight, I went in at overweight, and I came out. I joined the military as a 52 Bravo, which means I was a power generator operator mechanic. No, just power generator operator at that time.
Okay.
The mechanic came in later, about 6-7 months. I was in my first duty assignment. The military changed the MOSs. It combined 62 Bravo into 56 Delta. That was my MOS, 56 Delta.
Or your Desert Storm hat.
Yes.
Did you do some service over there?
I was there.
Okay.
I went there December 17th, 1989. 1990, and I returned 1 year later.
What was Desert Storm like?
For us as logistics again,
Mhm.
I say I spent the whole time in my military career as logistics. We were never on the front line. We was always behind at that time it was Armor Division, and we spent most of the time 10-15 kilometers behind anyone else. So anytime they advanced and took over positions or fortified area, we just moved up with them. So a direct conflict with any one-on-one fighting or like I've never seen or experienced, but we always seen the aftermath. So
Yeah.
that's what my experience was in Saudi Arabia.
So it was in Saudi is where you were at.
Yeah.
Okay.
Saudi, and then after they call it Pipeline Road, it's only one road that dissects Saudi Arabia from Iraq. After you go across Pipeline Road or main road, you coming into Iraq. That's our place we call it Echo. And then we got the marching orders that the ground war started, and we just moved north. What do you call it? East, northeast.
Okay.
And then into Kuwait and then downwards.
Okay. Was that during the Kuwaiti liberation? Was that?
I guess that's what it's called.
Okay.
But I can't really. I know what exactly what it was, but after we did 3 days, 4 days, 100 hours or something like that.
Oh wow.
That's all it took to the whole war. But after 3-4 days, we already got the marching orders to go south, back down to the King Khalid military air base. And basically, we was over with. We just started packing up and putting our stuff away and turning it in. It was like, that was it.
So back to Germany, right?
Yes.
Okay. How long did you end up spending in Germany during the service?
Doing the service time. Wow, that's a good question to ask. I say, been almost 16 years in, and the majority of the time spent was all in European commands. I had some great time down in Heidelberg. I was, again, with logistics. I had used for 7th Army vehicles. It was staff vehicles.
Okay.
That's where I basically learned a little bit more German, because I had German civilian mechanics and PLO clerks.
Right.
And I picked up the command of speaking German, and that's how I made my rank a little bit faster. I was working with staff vehicles, officers. One of the experience I had there was General Crozen's.
Okay.
His car was RPG'd.
So my question would be, what are the Germans people, or how do the German people react to Americans?
I learned a lot about the culture that what we learned in the States as a child growing up in high school wasn't really the truth that they were telling us about use the word Nazis.
Okay.
Not everyone in Germany is a Nazi.
Okay.
They only had to follow what their boss was saying. If not, they would be killed or their families would be threatened for death if they went against the system. So not everyone in Germany at that time was Nazis. Only the people that wanted to be were Nazis.
Right.
And if you had a choice, well, you basically didn't have a choice. It's you either with us or you're not here.
Yeah.
And that's what I learned about it. My whole family was persecuted from the Nazis because they were from Polish descent.
Okay.
So father had number on his arm printed, tattooed on his arm, concentration camp. My father's mother had numbers on her arm. That's a lot of my memories from what the family was, but they're
Wow.
not, they're all with us anymore, passed away.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear.
I say I just got back to signal unit.
Okay.
My future wife was a PLL clerk in another company. I met her and we got married. She came down on a major European assignment called
Okay.
CENTAG, Central Intelligence Army Group in Germany, which was like the counterpart of USRA headquarters, USRA, 7th Army. So she came on orders, and we went to personnel to see if I can get orders to go back.
Okay.
And the warrant officer there says, no, there's no way, because you don't have enough time back there. What do you call it? The moment, the right place at the right time moment. Me and my wife were sitting there, we're kind of disappointed. The general of the base came in, Fort Stewart, started asking people's questions. How were we doing today? I said, well, not so good, sir. Well, tell me about it. And Tony says, my wife just came on orders, and she's going to Europe, and we just got married for like 3 months, and I'm not on orders, and they can't put me on orders. He turned to the warrant officer and he said, why can't he go? Oh, he can go, sir. He can go. We'll get him on there. And that was my best, exciting. I get goosebumps about that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I was awesome. I can never forget that.
Do you still have any friends from the service?
Oh, sure. Facebook.
Okay.
Hundreds.
You keep in touch?
Sure, every day.
So, did you keep in touch with them before Facebook, or did you, now that you've got Facebook, is when it started back up?
Well, Facebook is, in my days, wasn't Facebook. They didn't have Facebook.
Right.
We had, they call snail mail, where you had to
Yeah.
write people, but Facebook has definitely brought people closer, faster.
Yeah, I still talk to a lot of my buddies today.
Yeah.
You know, it's nice being able to reach out and
Yeah.
say, hey, what's up? How you been? Or happy birthday. Something small.
Yeah.
How about from when you were in Desert Storm? Got any friends from Desert Storm still?
Sure.
Okay.
They're on the same base I was in.
Okay.
My Monteith Barracks.
Perfect.
A lot of good friends there.
Okay.
A lot of
Okay.
things in
Sure.
military experience that I had that it helped me in the civilian world in order to maintain my life in a correct way and manner. So, military helped me out in a way to forge and form my future.
Okay. So overall, positive experience.
Yes.
Would you do it again?
Right now,
Yeah.
if I had a good knee, I'd do it tomorrow.
Right.
But
Okay.
I can't.
So positive overall experience.
Yes.
The next one is, what are some life lessons that you learned during your time in service?
Truth, honesty, always stay by the truth. Military way, if you tell the truth now, you don't have to worry about thinking what you told someone in the future. Because if you lie or something like that in the military, someone's going to catch you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What kind of advice would you give an 18-year-old kid getting into the world now?
Yeah. Eyes open, mouth shut, ears open.
Okay.
Yeah, look, hear, and then ask questions later. Observe, take into consideration everything around your environment. Eyes open, ears open, mouth shut. Just learn.
That is simple but profound.
Simple, but yeah, for now it's like just keep quiet, learn, observe. Yeah, as a forward observer or something like that would learn in the military environment. Yeah, eyes open, ears open, mouth shut.
So, final question. What do you want the civilian population to know about veterans?
Yeah, we're here for you. We like to be appreciated. We take care of our job, and we want people to appreciate what we do for them.
Amen. Amen. So that's all I got.
Thank you very much, sir.
Gary, thank you for coming in.